Alright there guys, and welcome back to a new video. And today's video is going to be answering your assumptions. That's right. I've kind of stolen this video from Ethan, Simon and Toby from the Sidemen. And I essentially did exactly the same thing as what they did, or at least what Ethan did. Made an Instagram story saying, what are your assumptions about me, and hoping that people are going to bite and actually give me an assumption, and I would answer them in this video. Now, because I don't have thousands of Instagram followers like they do, I only have 103 followers. I only got 5 assumptions. But that I feel like that is enough to make a video out of. Not a particularly long one, but one nonetheless. The first assumption is a very, very simple one. The first assumption is you like video games. Yeah, I mean, anyone who knows me will be able to tell that. I mean, look how many videos on this channel are video games. Surely over 1,000 of my videos are gaming ones, because I do so many Let's Plays on my channel. I mean, once we finish The Last of Us Part 2 and get the last 4 episodes each of Bioshock 2 Minerva's Den and Not a Hero finally up, I've already got 3 more series, three new series planned to start making after them. But can't do that until we still have to get through The Last of Us Part 2. And I'ma just say this here. I'm much further up in recording than I am uploading. I'm about 10 episodes in recording ahead of how many episodes I've uploaded. So The Last of Us Part 2 is still gonna be, it could be up to another 2 weeks yet, because it's actually getting pretty long. But yes, you like video games, good, that's an obvious assumption. That is, true, yes, I do. Now then, the second of the 5 assumptions, this was a bit of a strange one. This one is, you're a top shagger. I mean, I'm not Will and E, and no, I'm not. No, I am not. I feel like there's got to be some joke aspect to this, because nobody ever asks someone that and is serious about it and means it. I feel like there's some joke involved in that one. But no, I'm not. I've never had sex before. Hell, I've never had a girlfriend before, and I'm 6 months, and well, that's it. I'm 6 months away from being 20. So, although, believe it or not, if you don't, in the UK, at least for me, in my opinion, going through your teens and finally getting into your 20s without either getting or being the person, getting someone pregnant or being the person who gets pregnant, or engaged to be married. If you manage to reach the age of 20 without doing either of those things, that's actually kind of an achievement nowadays in my generation. At least in my opinion, it's an achievement. Because in my generation, I don't know why this has happened, but pregnancies and engagements are way more common nowadays at a younger age. They're so common at a much younger age than they used to be. Like, it's actually becoming normal to be pregnant and have a child before the age of 20 in the UK. It's also becoming normal to get engaged with the person you're dating when you're 18. You've barely really experienced life and you're trying to settle down before you've even started. And even if I did have a girlfriend, sex would be a very, very low priority thing with her. I wouldn't be wanting to have it that often, or rarely at all. But for some reason, people around my age just can't help themselves in a relationship anymore. They just can't help but they just to get on with it. So, to answer that assumption, no, I'm not a top shagger, never once done it. God knows if I'll ever do it. Okay, assumption number 3. You try not to swear. That is true. Yeah. I do try not to swear, and it's weird because I don't really have a problem with other people doing it. I just don't know, but just in my videos and in life, I just try to be PG. I pretty much never swear in my videos unless I'm getting angry or annoyed. Oh boy, you guys will definitely will hear me swearing a lot in some of the next episodes of The Last of Us Part 2. You'll hear me swearing a lot in the remaining Not a Hero replay episodes as well. But normally, yeah, just in my videos and in life, I just try to be PG. My friends don't, and that's fine. But I just have this habit of just not swearing at all. And I really don't know why. It just is how I function. Okay, assumption number 4. Okay, this one isn't really an assumption, but I can turn it into one. What was put was, do you want to have kids? And if so, what would you name them? That's not an assumption, that's just a question. Now, I'll turn it into assumption. You want to have kids. That's an assumption, not a question. And I mean, yeah, I would like to have kids, but God knows if that'll ever happen. I joke about it all the time, saying it'll never happen. But subconsciously, I'm thinking, yeah, it actually won't happen. It's all fine and good to joke about it, but it's not actually going to happen. And I've already talked about how I'm 6 months pretty much away from being 20 years old and have never been in a relationship. back in like our parents' generation and above that, it wasn't actually, it was common to have never been in a relationship by the time you turn 20. Nowadays, it's almost in our generation, it's almost in the UK, it's almost unheard of to reach 20 years of age and never been in a single relationship ever. That's the thing though, the closest I ever got to one was with Ash last year. From February, well, not, more like from March to July 2019. I really thought maybe, just maybe, Ash was going to be my girlfriend. That hasn't happened. That never happened, and I haven't pursued anyone since then. So yeah, I haven't pursued a relationship in a whole year now. And that's mainly because I haven't been anywhere in the last year. Like, after I left college in June of 2019, so over a year ago since I left college, I've been looking for a job. Whether it was part-time or an apprenticeship, I've been looking for either. And no matter what I've tried to get, just hasn't worked out. I've only had 2 interviews, both of them flopped. I've applied to places, I've sent my CV off to places. No one, and just nobody responds. And then all these job alerts that I get through emails on my phone, they're all the same damn things. And all of them are like lead or senior of something. Always the lead, always the top part of that job, which I'm obviously never going to get. But I can't even get a part-time job. Even that I can't do. No, even that I fail at. And it's been, as I said, over a year since I started looking for a job, and I still haven't. Who do you know that's that's finished their course in whatever they were doing at either college or university, has spent an entire year looking for a job and hasn't managed to get one? Who do you actually know that's managed to do that? Because I've managed to do that. The literal only plus side to me not getting a job is the fact that I've been able to upload videos pretty much every single day at whatever time I want. That's kind of been the only plus side. I've been able to keep the consistency at an all-time high on my channel. But that is it. So to answer your question, yes, I do. I would like kids, and how many? Probably one. Ow. Probably 1 or 2 at the very, very most. If it was 1, then if it was going to be just 1, I'd want a daughter. And I'd probably what I would probably name her is I'd probably name her Lauren. Simply because that's what my parents would have called me if I was a girl. So since I was born male, not female, that name is not eligible. So if I had a child and it was a girl, I would name her Lauren. So that way my parents would still get to have a family member called Lauren. And it's the person that they were going to name Lauren if he was a girl that gave her that name. I think that'd be quite nice. And final assumption. Again, it's not really an assumption. It's a question. It's a question rather than an assumption. And I don't really know how to turn it into an assumption, but I'm gonna go through with it anyway. It was, do you ever, what it was is, do you think you'll ever become bisexual again, or will you just remain straight forever? Well, if you guys missed it, at the end of June, so just over a week ago, I posted on Twitter and Instagram slightly different statements, but they were basically meaning the same thing. I posted statements on there saying how I'm not bisexual and I'm actually straight, and when I came out as bisexual back in February, I thought for all that time that we led up to the end of May, just before June started, I kept on thinking about it and feeling like I just wasn't comfortable feeling like that. Like it just didn't sit right with me being bisexual, because I just really just did not find other males attractive. I say other males like I find myself attractive. No, forget that. I don't find any males attractive, including myself. I only find females attractive. So, and on Instagram my statement was how I was more bi-curious than bisexual. And to answer that question, since it's not an assumption, which it should be, learn how to write an assumption. An assumption is something you assume about me, that not a question. Like, if you wanted to make it an assumption, you're going to be bisexual again. That would be the assumption, rather than a question. But no, that will not happen again. My sexuality will 100% remain as straight, and it won't change again. And I think that should do it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I tried something a little bit different. Finally, using tools of other social medias to incorporate into a video. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, as it is something new, a little bit new. Again, sorry to Simon, Toby and Ethan for stealing their idea, but it wasn't the most original idea in the first place. Hope you guys, so if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, follow me on my social medias, and see you on Sunday for the second episode of my Dragon Ball Super review. And I did not record it in this room. So you'll get at least a different background for the video. So that'll be a nice change of pace for once. But until then, catch you later.